Welcome back to my channel, and this is Just Curious. Today we're excited because we are diving straight into the content of Harold Amenyah and his better half.
Got home. I hope you have to. I didn't get a response early. I didn't get a response immediately, so I dropped my phone. So it was quite late. It was almost midnight, so I just dropped my phone and then I slept. So when I slept and I woke up, I saw a response from her. I think you responded an hour after I sent the text. At the time,
that was late.
And then she also sent a link to a prayer meeting, and I was like,
Alpha hour.
I'm like, okay, so what is this about? You meet somebody for the very first time. The person is trying to get to know you. You're already sending him a link to a prayer meeting to change your mind. So I was like, okay, what is this thing about? So
all right, so obviously Irene also saw a fine guy. She didn't want to come across as desperate. So, when Harold linked up, by taking her number, she felt special. At the same time, she didn't want to feel, cheap or feel so desperate. She actually started sharing a link to Alpha R. 99% of church girls would invite you to church if they like you. All right, let's continue.
So when I woke up, I texted her and I said, okay, I clicked the link and obviously I saw it was a prayer meeting. So she skipped all that I was talking about, trying to get to know her. She went straight to inviting me to join in the prayer session. So I saw the text later on when I woke up in the morning, and then, that started another conversation. But we didn't talk much. So it was just, once again, very, 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 on the surface introduction. I wished her a good day, blah, blah, blah. And then that night she sent me another link. I didn't hear from her the whole day. I called her, I texted her, I remember texting her. I didn't hear from her the whole day. I think she said she was at work or something.
I hardly pick or reply
when you are working.
When it's 12 a.m., I don't forget to send you the link.
So she would ignore my messages, and then when it's 12 a.m., she would send me a link to pray.
So Irene would not reply messages. She was stalling. She was buying time. She wanted to know if she could get into the mind of Harold and see what he really is. Of course, so from what Harold was telling us, we all understand that Irene didn't know who Harold was. Irene only saw Harold as a fine guy. And don't underestimate any lady, no matter what, whether church girl or what. No girl trusts a fine guy. So first off, Irene is throwing this, church stuff. If Harold would pick the bait, then okay, so there is a chance. So she wouldn't go into having any conversation or chat to either say, I'm not interested in you, or give in any way. So that's why she wouldn't reply any messages, but will just send a link to Alpha Hour at midnight.
Link to pray. Can you imagine? So I'm just in my corner, I was just very chill because I wasn't looking. Like I said, I went to a party to go have fun. I wasn't looking to.
Hey, my friend. Oh boy. What do you go out every Friday for? You go out every Friday to party. You say you're a Friday, guy, Friday outing type, and this party you went was one of those your Friday outings. It means that wasn't the first time, or it's not like you go out once in a blue moon. So it's something on the regular for you. And guys who go out almost every Friday, every weekend to chill, apart from doing alcohol, let's say, what else can this guy be doing? Is it only talk or talk football with friends on a Friday outing? I'm sorry. You went out there to see if you can, connect with some fine ladies or some fine chicks. And fortunately for you, you found a girl that's so sorry. Fortunately for you, you found a religious girl And let's see, the way Harold maneuvers around telling us the truth, but lies, but at the same time reveals the truth. All right.
Find a partner or anything like that. I joined the link that she sent to me because she had told me about it, that it was a prayer meeting, blah blah blah, that starts at 12 a.m.
Yes.
So I made it a point to join the prayer meeting that night just to impress her. When we finished the prayer session, I remember texting her and saying that, wow, this is a very powerful session and all that. She was like, oh yes, it's something that she's always been involved in.
Sometimes try to ask you about the topics.
Yes. But that's much later. So on that particular night, so she asked me how it went and all that. So I liked it, okay, and I just told her that, okay, I joined, blah blah blah. It was powerful. So she, educated me about the benefits of praying at midnight and all that. So I just started doing it. There were times when, trust me, I will not even join. She would send me the link in the course of the week, and I'm so tired, and I see it in the morning. But sometimes, if I have time, I still replay it, and then I join. It was just a matter of, doing this to kind of...
Guys, just before I forget, take note of the fact that Harold just mentioned that Irene, spoke to him about the benefit of praying at midnight. I'll bring that up in the later part of the video, and I will tell you something about that. If I forget, please come and remind me. By the way, before I continue, please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. Let me know anything or any content you want me to review. I review with depth. Okay, so feel free, and then let's link up, all right? And let's have fun. Let's talk. Let's brainstorm. Let's analyze.
Kind of get on her side, get on her good side. It gets to a point. I fell in love with the prayer meeting, so I would join. We'll talk about it, and sometimes I remember we'll go on and on about some of the topics, because the prayer topics, and I started getting some form of testimonies out of the topics, positive feedback, and then she would say yes. She was always excited when I found I was excited about it. It got my attention, and I was like, okay, wow, this is probably something that I need to take seriously. That was just the genesis of it all, and then one thing led to the other. So in the beginning, it was just that prayer meeting that kind of sparked the initial conversations between us, because all her interest at the time between the two of us was just in fact trying to win a soul to that particular prayer meeting. There was a time when I called her, and then I said, okay, cool, we have to hang out. Does she have time for us to hang out? We should meet, because we hadn't met since the first day that we met at the party. It was just phone conversations, text, and whatnot. So I asked her on it was a land date. We went to Laboni at a restaurant, and I've always kept my relationships out of the limelight. I've never shared who I'm with, or when in fact, if you see me post anything, then it means that there's nothing happening between me and the person. That's also a key for you. So if I don't post somebody, then it means that there's something going on. If you see me post me and anybody, there's nothing going on. So there's a key there for you. So we had.
Do you see Harold's facial reaction when he kept saying, "If you see me post me and somebody, it doesn't mean there's something going on. Rather, if I don't post, it means there's something going on." His facial reaction didn't match what he was saying. It suggested that he wasn't being sincere. As Okasim Bia said, when you make Jimmy style, in his head, he's thinking of the other partners that he has been with, and something is not working out there. Yeah, I said something is not working out there. Anyway,
lunch at a restaurant in Laboni, where we really got to know each other. I found out about her. She also found that was when she learned about me for the very first time, because my wife is.
I wanted it to pass, but you didn't notice that he choked on his word, lunch, and there was something there. There was something that he was suppressing. He didn't want to reveal that. It's either he doesn't want it for public consumption, or he doesn't want the wife to know. Anytime someone chokes on his word, it's not deliberate, especially when it has to do with almost like something like a confession, kind of like exactly what's happening here. All right, let's go.
My wife is quite young. She's way younger than me. When I was doing most of the things that most people know me for, she was still in school and whatnot. So I'm a little older. So yeah, she didn't know me. I looked familiar, but she didn't care about that. I told her who I was, and she obviously got to learn about her.
How long will it take a lady to investigate a guy she has come across? Trust me, Harold. By the time you were meeting for the second time, Irene knew exactly who you were. Oh, please. What are you saying? Hasn't she got friends? You think they don't discuss that? Hey, I met this fine guy, and he's making advances at me, but I'm testing him to see if he's the right guy. You think they don't discuss you? You think they're not going to see your picture? I was just tagging along, was just playing along. So I bet you Irene had analyzed you. Irene had investigated you by the time you guys met for the second time.
I was, and she obviously got to learn about her. And I kind of developed a liking for her. And when we return, I'll share with you why I developed a liking for her. Stick with us.
So my best part. So
all right.
Remember what I told you? Just check it out.
Now to the moment of truth. Why are you laughing?
No.
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, here's how my wife won my heart. Number one, her prayer life. This is actually very funny because, guys, you might not know this, but I come from a very, very Christian background.
That's a lie. Should I say it's a lie? Or maybe he didn't get so immersed in that staunch Christian family. He I'm sure he'll be one of those guys that would escape from Sunday school, or who would feign sickness and not go for Sunday school. I'm sure the mom and dad were very religious. No two ways about that. But remember what I asked you to remind me of? If you were that religious, if you were that into it, I'm not sure Irene will be the first person to come and tell you the importance of praying at midnight or praying at dawn. I'm sure your mom would have dragged you into it so many times. So I kind of think that this particular one you are saying, Harold, is just for the cameras.
So when I came into contact with somebody who also kind of had that without even me, having to force them to do it, it was a connection. It was something that caught my attention in the beginning. So obviously, who wouldn't want someone that can, speak their language in that sense? That aspect of her definitely caught my attention. Irene's prayer life is on another level. And there are times when I have dozed off, during alpha hour.
Irene spoke your language. What? As what? Like Chinese or what? Fra or what? Waiting. Hey, Harold, who trying to throw? Irene, yes. Irene is is a church girl. Is very religious, obviously. Look at the way she even composed herself. Look at the submission and all that. It's all over her face and her mannerisms. But you, Harold, maybe Irene is introducing you to it. Yes, we all accept. But to say that it has been a part of you since, that's not true. So if you are saying that's one of the key reasons why you chose Irene, I beg to differ. That's not true. Let's go on and see if we would find the real reason why you picked up or chose Irene.
Prayer life is on another level. And there are times when I have dozed off, during alpha hour, and then, trust me, I've had to quickly get myself back because I know that I have to answer questions during the day on how the prayer went. So you know what? She keeps you on your toes. Even when you do that, she's going to catch you because She's going to ask you how the prayer went and what topics, caught your attention or you liked during the prayer session and stuff like that. So it was completely exciting to meet somebody who spoke my language in that regard. Number two, my wife is a very, very ambitious lady. She's very young, but very ambitious. She's always thinking about, how to make the next moolah, the next dollar. And it was something that also caught my attention. Having met somebody who could vibe with me on that level in terms of, what to do, how to help you get to where you want to get to and all that. Ever since she found out about what I do and even what I do on the side, which most people don't even take into consideration, she found out that, and she wanted to, help and all that. And then the same way for me as well, I would also try to find out what her goal is and all that. So we're always talking about the future and how to get successful one day with our various ventures, and that's something that actually also caught my attention. Number three, hardworking. If you know me, you know this. If you know me, you know this. I can't sleep. I can't snooze. Okay, I can't snooze. I'm somebody who gets very bored easily. So if you are with me, you constantly have to be, reinventing and, always getting on the move, because I get very bored easily. So you have to keep me on my toes. And I also have to keep you on your toes. And when I'm keeping you on your toes, I have to see that it's something that it's not hard for you, okay? Because if I find that it's hard for you, I'm going to just pull out. She's very hardworking, constantly on the move, trying to get things done. She's never tired. I wonder, she's never tired. If you hear her saying she's tired, then it means she's really, really tired, because she's never tired. And that's actually definitely something that caught my attention as well. Number four, a good cook. Now, I love my food. Who doesn't? Her food is something that you definitely want to taste. I cook, but trust me, Irene's dishes, you want to try. Somebody who cooks and it doesn't feel like hard work. I know people cook, people being a lot of ladies that cook, but sometimes
I don't know. At this moment, I'm just getting a feeling Harold is just acting. This is like a script. This part about the cooking. One thing I know. I think we put too much emphasis on my wife being a good cook and all that. Look, guys, there are just a few things that, when they fall in place right, the cooking is not really a big deal. Yes, every woman at least knows how to put together one or two in the kitchen. That will not cause any running stomach. So, well, I mean, it's possible Irene could be a good cook, but I'm just saying, off this video, I'm just saying that sometimes we overemphasize that quality. Yeah.
like hard work. But I mean, for her, she can enter a kitchen and then, within 5 minutes, she has something prepared already. Somebody that has cooking at their fingertips, they can do something very, very fast and it still comes out really good. So she being a good cook definitely caught my attention, and I fell for it. Number 5, respectful. Every man loves to be cherished. Every man loves to be respected and valued, and I get that from Irene a lot. You don't want a partner that is going to be, belittling you, belittling your efforts, your ideas, and everything. She gives me maximum respect, just like I do her, and I think that's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 5 reasons, or the 5 ways Irene won my heart. There you go.
That was a lot. Yeah. So I think, yeah, Irene just said in the latter part of the video that she was surprised she didn't know these were the qualities, but of course that's just Harold talking to us. But generally I thought Irene has been too reserved in this video, and Harold has been doing too much talking. It's made my ear itchy a little bit, but it was exciting, it was interesting. Hey guys, it's great having celebrity couples sharing their life. I believe, or I hope, they continue to share more and more of their lives and educate the public, especially the youth and the upcoming, this generation. they should show us the downsides as well. It shouldn't always be about the good sides, so that whoever is learning from them should know that there are going to be hard times or difficult moments. But then you need to strive hard and overcome them. So Harold and Irene, we are in support of what you're doing. Keep doing it. But from this video, I'll tell you, Irene is not used to this. So if you see that Irene is uncomfortable, I mean, you should understand. Irene is a church girl. These ladies do not like to share too much of their personal stuff, especially not to how many people are in the world now. Is it 9 billion? So yes, they wouldn't even at first share such information with their next door neighbor. But Harold has done a good job by convincing her to do this. Of course, it should be for the good reasons. So yeah, guys, great. Now, one last thing I want to draw attention to. Perhaps it's just art, but whatever it is, we need to be careful. This artwork right here, it is known as the Baphomet. Okay, that's the Baphomet symbol, the head of a cow. Now I tried to look it up on the internet, and this is what I came up with. All right, so this is the Baphomet symbol. Okay, here is it. And what does the internet say? So it says the Baphomet is a deity allegedly worshipped by the Knight Templar that subsequently became incorporated into various occult and Western esoteric traditions. The name Baphomet appeared in trial transcript for the Inquisition of the Knight Templar. Okay, so yeah. This is what we have here. The Baphomet symbol, which looks like the head of a cow. And if you Google the head of a cow, what is symbolized, this is what it says on the internet. The skull connotes death. It's long been engraved in our minds that when we see one, we know it signifies death. And death in most cultures doesn't sound inviting, but for others, it's some kind of new beginning. We hope, yes, this is the part that I subscribe to. That is a new beginning, but not the ill side of the definition, or the evil side of the definition. We all pray for this side, that this should actually be a new beginning for the new love and home that you found. I know I've seen a comment on that under their video, and I thought I should look it up. So guys, don't be too worried or perturbed. Aside the fact that it's art, it also has a good side. Okay, new beginning. I would go for new beginning. We don't wish the other one at all. I don't even want to mention it anymore. So Harold and Irene, we love you. Keep doing what you're doing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. The name of my channel is Just Curious. Check me out every week for at least 1 or 2 episodes. I'm trying my best. If you look in the timelines here, I have one other video. The title is Terrifying Stories About How Fishermen Survive at Sea. So check it out. So until the next episode on the Amenyahs, watch out for other episodes. My name is Mr. Curious, and this channel is Just Curious.